Call from Morgan.
Hatred, rage, chaos, test, sound test, chaos, rage, hatred.
Hello.
Yes?
I actually have some stuff to talk about.
Oh, God. Do you work at a bank?
No, I actually work at a grocery store. I'm only 17.
Woo! Your whole life is ahead of you. How does it feel?
No pressure, right? Anyway, have you had any extremely weird dreams that you question if there's something seriously wrong with you?
No, because dreams are about the subconscious, so I don't. What'd you do? Like kill your mother in a dream or something?
No, man, but it was kind of close. Okay, to start off with a less weird one, a few nights ago, I had a dream that somebody was being attacked by a shark. So I punched it in the nose.
They were getting attacked. Sorry. They were getting attacked by a what?
A shark.
Okay.
And, you punch it in the nose because that's what you're supposed to do. And it punched me back in the nose and kept attacking me.
Where am I? I need water.
And I had a dream that I was fighting some guy to the death, but in slow motion, if that makes any sense.
Man, I wish all these stories were true. That would really ramp things up to where we need it to start off the podcast. There's really been a lot of bear-related and wolf-related stories in the news lately, where I'm just or crazy crimes where I'm like, God, I wish this person would call the podcast away. But I don't know what is wrong with me. I hate horror movies, but I watch Lockup all the time. And it's people describing grisly crimes and all this crazy shit. And these are actual real people who do live in our very country. And I can watch that very peaceably. How am I able to watch Lockup peaceably, but I will not see a horror movie? What does that say about my psychology?
I'm the exact same way. It's the fake stuff that really bothers me.
But isn't that weird? That does, I just was thinking about that. That is actually these people you could encounter in your day-to-day life, and that doesn't seem scary somehow. Whereas a Hollywood monster is frightening.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm talking about Elizabeth Taylor.
Super good job.
Yes, I'm talking about Elizabeth Taylor. Just kidding. Hey, how far is too far with celebrity humor? This and more on this celebrity podcast. When do I get to call myself a celebrity comfortably?
I think you have permission now. You're pretty popular.
I don't think it's, I don't know. I don't think I've gotten there yet. Honestly, there's so many levels to this shit. But I do, I was live tweeting the Oscars last night. I don't know if you watched. And
I did.
It is a weird thing where it's ugh. I'll sometimes say something, I'm like, oh God, that's too much. You crossed a line. But it's ugh, I don't know. I just don't know I don't know how I feel about anything anymore. Thank you, caller.
I'm right there with you. But I did have a run-in with a bear here recently. I thought you should hear about this. Should I proceed or wait for the sound effect to be over? I didn't know this one was that long.
What happened?
Okay. For me, my dad and my dog were hiking on a trail, like along a riverside. And my dog is about the size of your dog, pretty small, really defenseless. And so we're walking, and there's this black bear cub standing in the middle of the river. And this thing... I'm loving the intonation.
Okay, so you see the cub.
It's a pretty decent-sized cub, though. Like, I'm talking up to my knees or maybe taller.
Okay.
And my dog sees it, and my dog will chase anything that moves. And that's really frightening to us. And we couldn't get to her in time, but she stopped at the water, luckily. But you know, where there's a cub, there's a mama bear. And it was a close call. Close call.
I had a feeling this story might end this way. That's why I tried to.
I'd rather my animal die.
I tried to ramp it up with a little bit of sound effect jazz, but
I think that definitely helped.
Yeah, I think my dog would run after a bear too. It's so fucking stupid. It's like, come on, yeah. I have nightmares because people keep telling me, "Careful with your little dog," because LA is crawling with coyotes.
Gosh.
Yes, they're everywhere. You see them walking at night. I've had multiple run-ins with coyotes. One time with Moshe Kasher, esteemed comedian and dear colleague, inching towards friendship. He and I were on a night walk, and a coyote was walking behind us, and we turned. We yelled at it top volume. We were like, "Go away! Back up!" And you're okay. You're a good boy. My dog thinks I'm yelling at him. We were like, yeah, get out of here. And it was just slowly walking towards us without breaking its stride at all, completely unfazed by any kind of yelling whatsoever. And then,
oh my God.
Yeah. And it was like really like, oh my fucking. So what happened is finally Moshe takes his keys and he shakes them. He shakes them. I'm trying to tell it like how people tell campfire stories. And he shakes those keys, and the coyote looks at him and then turns and runs away.
From the keys, but not the extreme yelling.
Yeah. It was a good little tip, though, for all the ULA listeners. But isn't that how people tell campfire stories? It's so weird. Why is there like a and then he ran away, and he was never seen again.
Are you holding a flashlight under your chin?
You know it. Okay, so basically, it was just terrifying. And then people come up to me all the time. They go, "Listen," but it's always kind of weird people, so it makes grain of salt, But is that the expression? Grain of sand or grain of salt? Something. A grain of something. Grain of pepper.
I think there's two of them.
Grain of cayenne. But anyhow, there's always like weird beady-eyed LA weirdos that come up to you and they're like, "Hey, listen, man, like, careful, just so you know, like in this area, I'm a humanitarian and I'm a dogatarian, and here's the drill. Okay, coyotes are running free here in the Los Angeles area, all right? And what they're doing is they're going to go ahead and use their teeth. They have powerful jaws, and what they'll do is open their teeth, and they'll snatch small canines right off the leash. And I've seen it in broad daylight, so just a heads up to watch out. This is in the entire greater LA area. It's that kind of a person. And then they tell you that, and then you're like, oh, I'm so scared, but there's something about you that makes me discredit your whole thing. But that said, I do know people whose dogs were attacked by coyotes. And in fact, someone I just was talking to said her 13-year-old dog got out of the house somehow. She sees him in the horizon being carried off by 5 coyotes. And that's the last time she ever saw her dog. Do you know what I would do to the LA River if that happened to me? I'd jump into it. That's right. You heard it here first. If a coyote gets my dog, I'm going down as well. And I also want to say one more thing. Why are wolves so cool and coyotes suck?
I don't know. You know, the coyotes in Georgia are kind of small. I'm from Georgia. But they're like a medium-sized dog size. Are coyotes in LA any bigger?
They're not huge. They're scrawny. They're very like skinny. They look like a little bit like a large dog, you know? They look like one of the larger breeds, but they just have a creepy, skulky vibe. They look emaciated. I think they're hungry. I think their natural habitat has been encroached upon. And y'all know I love saying encroached upon. So I think that how much better would the news be if newscasters would just admit that they love saying certain phrases right afterwards? But yeah, so anyway, I think they're just creepy because they're hungry and they kill everyone's best friend, the dog.
That sucks. And they're so small, you wouldn't think they're capable of such garbage, you know?
They're not that small. And you keep saying this, it's starting to make me feel like we're a bunch of pansies here in LA. Is it still?
Well, I mean, I saw one on the side of the road. I mean, it's very small. I mean,
all
it's dead,
right.
small.
I mean, I hear you loud and clear, sis. But what I'm telling you is they're kind of scary. I mean,
no, they are totally scary. They do some terrible stuff.
Now we're on the same page. Now we're talking.
They killed like half my uncle's chicken house.
Oh, I thought you were going to say they killed half your uncles, period. That, my friend, would be a killer call. Listen, thank you so much for your call. You're a wonderful woman, and I see great things in your future. You don't have the vibe of a 17-year-old. Is that what you said you are?
Yes.
That's crazy. You're very composed.
Thank you. So I hear.
From who? From who?
From who?
Yeah.
Lots of people I work with say I talk like an adult. I think that's kind of weird, though.
You might be an old soul. I feel that I was always an old soul. Loved hanging out with adults. Okay, caller, listen, I have a new call. Gotta go.
Call from?
Matthew.
Matthew.
Chelsea.
It's just me against the world, baby.
I'll tell you.
So, Chelsea, I'm one of your biggest Twitter fans, and I have so much to discuss with you. I'm a Yanma soap.
Just kidding. What is it?
Hey, remember, I'm the person that tweeted to you about a Yanma soap business.
What is her soaps? She makes healing soaps or something?
Yes, she makes them by her. I saw an interview with her where she makes her own brand of soap out of her own kitchen.
How does she have so much time?
I don't know. I mean, I think she might just do like limited releases, but I want in.
Well, I'm sure you can afford soap, right? Without knowing much about your financial status, I'm assuming you could afford it. 1 bar of soap. You should get it and report back.
Shout out to 12 Years a Slave.
Oh, man. Shout out to Lupita. Lupita Pant. Yes.
I was like genuinely moved by Lupita's speech, though.
Me too.
I have to admit.
I mean, it was honestly the speech of the night. And what's crazy, it was like top to bottom, like so heartfelt, but also like, you know, she thanked the editor of of the movie. I mean, she was just like so like heartfelt, but then also like so thought out at the exact same time. Like it wasn't like she was like, like I feel like she knew she was gonna win. She was like, it felt like one of those things where it was like ordained from God above or something. Like everyone just was like wanted her to win. She's the darling of everyone's media darling. Everyone just wanted that moment of Lupita winning, the first time movie actress winning, and for this movie that people are, you know, invested in socially. And, you know, I think that, you know, I follow her on Instagram because I like to look at people who make me feel like an ugly beast. And so that's one of the things. But yeah, I follow her, and, you know, the night before she was like, the night before the Oscars. Like, I just don't feel like you would do that if you didn't think you were going to win. The night before I lose at the Oscars. Like, it kind of, the whole thing just felt like this inevitable, like, thing that was just meant to happen.
I have a question
Yes.
about the most recent episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which is amazing, by the way. I'm so happy for like all of your success.
Oh,
Sorry, I
thank
just had
you.
a weird, anxious hiccup. Anyway. Oh. Anyway.
It's always over before it begins, that clip.
Mm-hmm. So, on the most recent episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you give a shout out to the Legends Ball. I have a few questions about that event.
But let's just be aware here that there is a separation of character and real person. I myself have not seen the Legends Ball.
Did Gabe Liedman write that?
I don't know. He very well may have.
I feel like that was his workings. But
it's very possible. Very possible. Gabe and Gil Ozeri, who wrote The Party, which is, I think, one of my favorite episodes, they also wrote the finale. So something to look forward to.
I'm coming to see you when you come to Cleveland.
Oh, awesome. Great.
Shout out.
Shout out
I'm
to
giving
Cleveland.
a lot of shout outs tonight.
As you well should. As you well should. I think I have to take another call at this time, but you're a wonderful man. I'll see you there.
All right. See you soon.
Toodles.
Call from
Carrie.
Washington? Carrie Washington?
Hello? Hello.
Carrie Washington, are you calling to discuss your raisin lip color?
My name is actually spelled the same way.
How are you?
I'm good. I can't believe I'm actually got through. I've called like 60 times in a row, and I was just expecting to hear the voicemail again.
What should we discuss? 60 times. You must have something on your mind.
Well, we just bought tickets for your Dallas show, me and my friend Adrian. We're very excited.
Oh, fuck. I don't have my applause button. I would totally hit it for you, girl. And you know I'm good for it. But listen, I just don't have it this week. I promise, man.
Okay.
I'm going to get it. I know someone who can get it for me. I know someone who can get it for me, man. You know I'm good for it. Just, I'm telling you, man.
Listen, I have something to ask you. Okay. How do you feel about dog apparel?
I mean, I tweeted about it. Like, I got my dog this crazy coat that looks like a king's coat. It has a fur collar. And I'm like, I put it on him and I started cracking up. I'm like, it's just so funny, though. This is so funny, though. And then I realized, yeah, that's what everyone who buys dog clothes feels. Like, I thought, well, but see, I distinguish myself from other dog apparel purchasers due to the fact that I think this is funny. But, yeah, I mean, I guess there's some people who buy like things so their dog will look like a princess. That's the ones I really hate. But a king, now that is different. No, I had to look in the mirror and really look at myself and be like, you're extremely corny to me.
Well, we were thinking, because a lot of people, especially in Texas, sport the dog bandanas because it's obviously way too hot for coats and, you know, too many insane dog apparel outfits. Mm-hmm. So I was going to go try to find maybe like a wolf pattern. Hopefully wolves howling or bears mauling each other.
That would be crazy. That would be so cool. That actually would be.
I wanted to make sure you were actually down because I was like, what if I bring her these dog bandanas and she's not really down for dog apparel? She's like,
I wish it could be.
Thanks. And then goes them away.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's hard. Like, how do you see the image on a bandana? Not to get into logistics, but that's what my concern would be. I mean, I'm imagining.
Have you never seen it?
Yeah, they're tied around their neck.
Yeah. Well, you can go to like any fabric store. I don't know. Maybe they don't have. Do they have fabric stores in LA? Like really crazy huge ones?
Let's do a Google. Just kidding. Yeah, I don't know. They probably, yes, there's a area downtown where they sell fabrics. I don't know if they sell wolf fabrics though. That might be a specialty of Texas.
Well, they have like other animals, I'm sure, right? Because in Texas, they have crazy amounts of like garbage.
You know what? I'll do it when I'm in Texas.
They have to have wolves. That's like a huge
Oh. Well, I think anything else you wanted to talk about? I do like that idea.
No, I'm really excited that I got through. We're really excited to see you in Dallas.
Thank you for coming. You're reminding me that I want to say all the dates on the podcast so people who want to come see a live show will know where to go. But yeah, thanks for purchasing tickets to the show. Should be a fun time. Yes.
I wanted to ask you, how is Liza Dye doing? Is she doing all right?
I mean, Liza Dye is, had a serious injury. She was run over by a New York City subway train. So, she's in what I would imagine will be a long process of recovery. But, I think she's getting good care.
I just can't believe that happened to her. It's so crazy because I was listening to your podcast that she was on at work. And then to see that happen, it was just so crazy.
It is crazy.
People are so malicious on the comments online too. Like the Gothamist, I was reading an article because I was trying to find out what actually happened. And, people are such assholes.
No, it's crazy.
I don't understand how people have no pity for somebody who just had a really traumatic experience.
Because it's this weird thing with the internet where people are like, I'm just sitting in a lounge. I'm I'm just a jazzy entertainer watching the world go by outside the window. Like, people don't feel like anyone's human in the internet if they could get likes or, attention of any kind. It is just really bizarre. Like, I really am amazed how mean people are. And I say this as a person who could say really searingly cruel things sometimes. Like, I still am shocked on a daily basis of how mean people are on the internet. And I guess I've never liked the word mean because I feel like some people are really funny or some people are really gruff or some people, but I guess what I hate is the people who are neither funny nor intelligent and are just hateful. Like, when you're reading something and it's lacking in any kind of wit or insight, it's just the most bare, hateful remark. But see, even as I'm saying
nasty.
that, yeah, anyway, I don't know. But, I guess to each his and her own. And I try to always remember that hate comes from pain. I think that really you're not saying those things unless you're in a great deal of pain. I think I've mentioned this before, but when people are extremely rude to me on the internet, it's frequently people who don't appear to be following their dreams in their tweets or their profiles. So I think that, the best cure for being a hater is to follow your own dreams. And hopefully that will cure some of your intense bitterness towards others doing that. Meow. What a journey this has been. Much love and a speedy recovery to Liza Dye. We're going to, of course, support her throughout her journey into wellness. And more on that, TBC. All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Now, various callers are mentioning this tour that I am going on. Ladies and gentlemen, as you may or may not know, I am going on tour. So you can see me live on the American Treasure Tour. The aptly named American Treasure Tour 2014, New Orleans. I'll be there on 3/26 at One-Eyed Jack's. Austin, I'm going to be at the North Door 3/27. Houston, Texas, Warehouse Live Studio 3/28. Dallas, Texas, the Dallas Comedy House. There's going to be 2 shows at that location, and that's 3/29. Now, Cleveland Heights, I'm going to be over at the Grog Shop. A lot of people have been tweeting about the Grog Shop. Oh, the Grog Shop. So that is going to be a fun show, I believe. That is 4/2. And I'm saying these numbers because I always forget which months correlate. That's April, right? April 2nd, I'll be in Cleveland Heights at the Grog Shop. April 3rd, I'll be Columbus, Ohio at Woodlands Tavern. April 4th, I'll be in Pontiac, Michigan at the Crowfoot. Is that Michigan? Am I? It's a disaster. I should have studied harder in school. April 5th, Chicago at the Subterranean. There'll be 2 shows there as well. San Francisco, April 10th at Cobb's Comedy Club. Seattle, Washington, April 11th, Sunset Tavern. Portland, Oregon, the Hawthorne Theater at 4/12, meaning April 12th. This is an awful job I'm doing. Philadelphia at Helium Comedy Club on the 30th of April. Then we're going on into May. Cambridge, Massachusetts, the Sinclair. Washington, D.C., the Black Cat, and that's on the 2nd. These are all available on my website, chelseaperetti.com. That's 1 R, 2 T's. Click the live button and scroll down for dates. Now, it should be noted that this is not the complete schedule, that we are adding dates. For example, you may notice there's no LA, there's no New York. There's no variety of places that you've been requesting, and some of them are going to be added, by God. Hopefully this was annoying enough. I know that's one of the prerequisites of advertising comedy shows. You have to say, like, San Francisco, gonna be over there in April. Come on out and have a good time. Or if you're Moshe, you're like, fucks with me. Things like that, you know? You gotta have some sort of thing going on to advertise a comedy show. Because you know what would be amazing? Is to get a computer to just be like, Austin, Texas, 327. The North Door, Houston, Texas, Warehouse Live Studio. And I wish that was how I had done it. Oopsie. We'll get them pawned to replay. Does that make sense? I don't understand it. Okay, so now we're right back into fun.
Call from
time.
Ash.
Huh?
Chelsea?
Yeah?
What's good?
What's up? How are you? Radio voice, radio voice.
I'm good. It's like 10:30 where I am.
All right. Congrats, man. That's crazy. It's fucking crazy, man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Way to open with a bang. What else? What's the weather like? Uh-oh.
It's like -5. It's ridiculous. But I didn't call you to talk about weather.
Oh, thank God. But -5 is a nightmare. Where are you? For a second.
Connecticut.
CT! Oh, shout out to CT!
860. I'm going to see you on the 1st. I'm pretty excited about that.
That's awesome. I just detailed my tour dates. Very, very fun tour. I'm gonna be doing a lot of impressions.
Be a good time.
I think it's gonna be a time. My dog is straight, steadily licking his groin. And then looking at me like an injured party when I sing to the world about licking his groin. I see the whites of his eyes and it is... Oh, God, he really is not. He's on a starvation protest for some cause, but I don't know what it is. It's got to be a dog cause of some kind, but he cannot speak.
I'm really glad you brought that up because I just started listening to your podcast recently, so I started at the beginning, and I just recently played the Valentine's Day one just to get updated in case I decided I didn't want to re-go over things. But I love your dog food song about your dog because my dog never wants to eat his fucking dry food.
Wait, what was the song? I don't even remember.
You were like, I just scared my dog. Playing games about his dry food.
Huh. I don't remember it at all.
I think it was just in the moment random, but I really enjoyed it.
I wonder what it was.
And I like your wake-up song, too, because I work nights. And, I don't know, it was just very relevant. My boyfriend's this type A person who likes to get up at 4:30 in the morning and eat this big breakfast and watch the sun rise, and I just want to fucking sleep till 10:30.
Yeah. Well, you know what changes that? A couple things. either a job in which you have to get up early, which is what happened to me. I literally wake up at 7 now and start texting my friends, you up? You up? You up? Anyone hungry? You up? And they all like get back to me at 1 o'clock because they're all comedians and stuff, unless they're also working. But anyway, and then the other thing seems to be having a child. So if you guys want to get on the same page.
Well, I don't want either of those things.
Too bad you have to do it. This is America.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Well, actually, I'm Puerto Rican, and like, he's Puerto Rican too. My boyfriend, we've been together for like 8 years.
Oh my God, 8 years?
His family's over, 8 years, right?
Jesus.
So his grandmother and like his mother are always like, when are you going to give us a grandchild? Like, you are getting old. You need to have a baby. Like, they buy cribs and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've never had that kind of pressure from my family, but it is just out there in society. I
think
guess
it's better without the pressure.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's just, who knows what's going to happen. I do have a lot of fears. Like even with my dog, I've already discussed my fear of a coyote killing him. And then it's like, imagine having a child. I mean, I just feel like, how do you even just let it do anything? And then that was like,
you have to buy a fucking donkey.
A donkey to protect my baby or the dog? Or both?
Both. So
yes.
I did have one specific like story about surgery, but I don't know if you have a topic today or
no. Topics are a thing of the past. What kind of surgery are we talking?
Well, I was a tech, so I was basically the assistant. So any surgery, but this one particular surgery was like a DNC. It was like a gross vaginal surgery, which are like to me are the worst ones. I can like break bones and do kneecaps and stuff, but when it comes to the lady ones, I'm always like skeezed out. And it's not because they're lady parts, it's just because like the doctors are just not like very gentle.
Wait, what was the surgery?
It was like a DNC.
I don't know. Is that the Democratic National Convention?
Shit, what does a DNC stand for? Something in the cervix. It's like a scraping. Like, I don't want to gross out, like,
Christ.
Listeners. Or
how was
I don't even
it?
want to gross out you. I don't really give a shit about your listeners.
How was it? Yeah, that'd be funny if I go, like, how was it? And you're like, not bad. Like, it was surprisingly awesome.
I'm terrified to go to the surgeon now. Like, I'm terrified. Like,
oh, you haven't done it yet?
Well, what do you mean? Like, it wasn't my surgery. Like, I assist. So, like, when the patients are under the anesthesia, we're awake doing things to them.
Oh, okay. Once again, I was texting. There is a bit of a situation that I'm trying to deal with, which I admittedly shouldn't be doing right now. So this was not a surgery you yourself had. This was a surgery that you at work participated in surgerying.
Correct.
Okay. But isn't that like a relatively minor surgery?
Yes. Absolutely. It's like a same day surgery. It's like that you go in and you go out and you're like just a little bit sore.
Yeah. So, all right.
They're not all like amputations.
Well, call me when they are. You know? Just kidding. Listen, I have to go, but you're a wondrous spirit. I thank you for your call. I'm trying to be really positive.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do I have permission to maybe call you back and tell you an interesting story sometime?
Sure. Bye.
Call from
Ed.
to accept.
It's just me against the world, baby.
Healthy?
Hello, this is Burbank Podiatry wishing Chelsea a happy birthday.
Is it your birthday?
Thank you for your love.
Hey, doggy, come here. Come here. Come here, boy. Come here, puppy. Come here, puppy. Yes, you are my puppy. You are my puppy. You are. Yes, you're so precious. You're so precious. You're just a precious little puppy. Oh, my goodness.
Chelsea, what's your dog's name?
That's his name. That's his name. But sometimes we just call him Tweet for short.
It sounds like it's a Spanish name.
It is. It's a little bit Spanish. Don't you dare leave me. Do you ever just want to hold your dog to you so tight and be like, never go away, you little angel?
I do. And then it's like I wake up in the morning and I'm like, breathe a little bit.
Oh, no. We don't have a great connection.
Sorry.
Oh, there. That's better.
My apartment's the worst.
That's better. That's better. I gotta say, my phone provider is essentially garbage, and I get dropped calls in the middle. Like, it'll always be when I'm really trying to get something done, and I've gone through like a phone tree, and I finally get someone on the phone, and we're starting to get through what I need to get done, and then it's a dropped call. And then I had this happen today 3 times. Like, I have so much rage today. It's just really been a frustrating day, I have to say.
Let's talk about it. Who's your provider?
I can't get into any of the shit that's happening, but it's just it's a lot of the stuff where you're just like, what? Like businesses, big companies that are telling you, well, our policy is X, Y, or Z. And unfortunately, even though it's an antiquated thing that really should be changed, we must abide by that. So you're the one who's going to have to deal with the consequences. You're the one who's going to have to make extra phone calls and make photocopies and fax things. And it's really on you. And then you're going to have to wait 90 days until we decide to potentially give you an answer of some kind. Because we are just simply saying that's how it is. And what are you going to do? You're just you.
They're the worst.
I hate them.
No, I feel like you've talked about this before. It was just like,
I can't stop.
Twitter's a really good place to blast these fuckers.
I know, but some stuff you can't.
Like,
some stuff has to be private.
That's true. Especially for somebody like you. I mean, you have like... you have deals and everything. Like, you can't just do that. Whereas for me, as a civilian, I can just be like, guess what? Sprint, which is my second provider.
Mm-hmm. Been there, done that.
Oh.
Hey, throwback Thursdays.
I don't know what to do. How do we fix it?
I don't know. It's really out of control. Customer service. Hey, when are you coming back?
Why is that?
It's
right,
it's
exactly.
sickening.
Like, why am I talking to a robot every time?
No, I know.
Every time I call.
If you look at my call history, you will see about 8,000 zeros because I just hit 0 with such ferocity so many times on my phone. It seems as if it's been hit by a woodpecker because it's just like, and they're like, we're sorry. Please press, and I just press it that many times until finally it's like, we'll transfer you to an actual human. You are persistent enough. You cracked the code. We are now giving you a person. I am a robot, but I one day will too be a person. What?
Yeah, I don't like that. And you would think that 0 is like the default, that if you press it, then it would connect you to somebody. That's not how it works anymore.
Hello.
I don't think.
Hello. Hello. This is. Hello.
Please connect me to someone. I'm pressing 0.
Hello.
I don't understand.
Hello. This is. Hello. This. Hello. This is Burbank Podiatry.
Jeez.
Hello. This is. Hello.
And then that's the point where I give up.
That was my day in a nutshell.
So where is... Okay, like, you don't have to name the company, but, like, what was it about?
Just fucking awful things. I can't get into it. It's just too complicated. Okay. But let's just say everyone's a piece of garbage shit. Garbage.
People are the fucking worst. Also, can I ask you a question?
Perhaps.
Opinions on the Oscars. Just because it's super fresh.
I thought that Ellen did a great job. I mean, I think about Ellen all the time because I think, you know what? When people don't like me, because I'm not likable in the same way that Ellen is, I feel like people either love or hate me. I don't feel like I'm someone where people are like, yeah, she's cool. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like Ellen is someone that, maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe everyone's divisive. I don't know, but she seems like someone that everyone kind of loves, you know?
Like a saint. She's
Yes.
a saint. I mean,
And I thought she looked cool. I thought she was funny. She seemed edgy, but she wasn't like being mean and doing, you know, like she just had like the pizza thing I thought was hilarious. I mean, I am like,
that's amazing.
yeah, it's like just watching Meryl Streep grab for some pizza and fucking Harrison Ford trying to get a napkin in the middle of Ellen talking while she's hosting the Oscars. I loved it. And the collections had the whole thing. I thought it was so good. And the selfie I thought was hilarious. I mean, not hilarious. No, I take that back. It was not hilarious. I thought it was a great idea. And so
most tweeted, apparently. It made history.
That's cool. That surpasses Justin Bieber, who previously held that record.
Right.
Right. Correct. Class is in session. But anyhow, so I thought she was great. I thought Lupita's speech was amazing. I'm trying to think if there was any fashion of note to discuss, but I don't know. I didn't get to see all the dresses. I was late. I took a car service to this party, this thing to watch it, and I think I missed a lot of it.
Oh, I thought you would have been there.
No, there's so many levels. I went to the in-style viewing party.
God.
And we dressed up and then we sat on couches and watched the Oscars on TV with all these other people there. And there was definitely some interesting people there. I got to see a lot of my people that I watch on TV, and I got to really just eat some buffet food, and I took a picture, and I didn't think I looked that good in the picture, but you know what? Hey, it was a night, you know, and whatever. That's the gist. I mean, look, I'm in my element in some sweatpants with my dog at my house. Like, that's when I feel good. So
that's what somebody should wear next time.
I
next
know.
Year. Somebody should just like go out on a limb and be like, you know what? I want to look comfortable tonight.
I wonder if there's any way a gown could be made of sweatpant material and it wouldn't get really panned.
It's good.
That would be a great challenge on Project Runway. Like, okay, you have to make something.
God,
they're like,
amazing.
You're designing for Chelsea Peretti. She loves wolves and sweatpants. You have to make something completely out of sweatpant material that is haute couture, you know, like formal cocktail attire, blah, blah, blah.
I love it.
Anyway, that would be awesome.
That.
Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, look, oh, God, our connection is falling apart. And I really think it's our fault on our end.
It's Brent. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's you. Maybe it's Maybelline. I just got paid $5,000 to say that. Oh, God.
Chelsea?
Yeah? Lupita? You know, it's crazy how much I will latch on to anyone other than myself that I wish I was. Like, Lupita, it's just like... Ugh. And then she did that whole speech at the Essence Awards about how she always hated growing up. She had all this self-hate and all this stuff. And I'm like, really? You look like a fucking model. But I understand, it's a complex world we live in. Oh, he hung up? He lost his connection. Hey, shout out to Sprint and all the great companies in this country. Never been touched like this. Never been kissed like this. I've never been touched like this. I've never been kissed like this. I've never been. Ooh, ooh, my feet are cold. 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 My dog's looking at me so cute. Do you like that song, you little genius? Yeah, you know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. Oh, God, my feet are really cold. What am I going to do? Maybe they'll use that quote on Wiki Feet. My wiki feet meter just went up by like 4,000 toes. I never been kissed like this. I never been. I'm really excited for this upcoming episode of our show. You guys know that we never get to see it in advance. Like, we don't get to see the episodes in advance. So you guys on the East Coast who listen and tweet about it, you're seeing the episode before I've ever seen it. So I'm like learning what stuff made it in and what didn't from what people are tweeting. But anyway, I'm excited for this next coming. Oh, all the remaining episodes. There's 4 left. And we just wrapped on Friday and it was genuinely sad. But it'll be cool to go on tour. Oh, God, it's really funny when this dog gives a little look-see-poo. You should have been there. All right, well, what am I talking about? There was something I was just getting ready to talk about. Oh yeah, mountain time. Now, every time you tweet anything, if you tweet something, it doesn't even matter what you tweet. There's always going to be someone kind of like correcting you or complaining. When you have a number of followers, there's always some squeaky wheel complaining or upset or hurt or making fun of you or critiquing you. So when I tweet about the show, I say, the time, and it's usually I just copy whatever the Brooklyn 99 Twitter account says, and it'll be like, whatever central. Good story so far. Anyway, and then someone's like, what about mountain time? And I'm like, oh yeah. And then I go and I look on the Wikipedia page for mountain time. It could not be more complicated. I mean, Idaho, it said it's like everywhere, I forget if it's above or south of the Salmon River or something. It's like, I would love to promote. I mean, is mountain time? I'm just so confused by mountain time. It can't even give you a straight answer of which places are on mountain time. It's not even like, okay, this state is. It's parts of different states and things like that. Anyway, I tried. I made little.
Call from.
God damn.
Brian.
Six.
Hello?
Hello, this is Burbank Podiatry Wishing.
Chelsea. Hello?
Hello,
Hello, Chelsea. We have the same birthday. You, me, and Rihanna, and Kurt Cobain.
That is crazy, honestly. I really was thinking about it this year. Like, that is crazy that Rihanna and me share a birthday. I mean, there is something.
I always think about that.
There's something so powerful about that. And Kurt, you know what? I never listened to Nirvana too much, but that's cool that Kurt's in the mix as well. So what a good group.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a power quad.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I gotta say,
I didn't think you would still be doing this.
No, I know.
How long do you take calls for?
10 hours straight. 10 hours straight.
Okay. 10. Then you have to cut off immediately.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Then we cut it down.
Mm-hmm.
We do a 10-hour recording, and then we cut it down to 40 minutes. So,
okay.
It's a crazy process.
You're in the home stretch.
My little puppy, you're so cute, my little angel. You're just a little angel. Should I try to make my dog bark? He's very quiet. I would have to severely beat him. Little puppy.
I mean, take it as far as
I would
appropriate.
never. You're such a little rutabaga. You know what I like to call him? A buschianti, like Buschi, but I make it Italian. Little buschianti.
What is a buschi?
You're my little buschianti. Little kisses. Oh. What a wonderful world. That's what's always playing in my mind when I'm holding my dog. You want to frisky up? You want to be a frisker? You want to be a little frisky puppy? You do.
Is he?
Don't Don't you be a little too frisky, little frisky.
Call from Sarah.
Sarah, Barbara, banana, fara, for Farah, fee, fi, for Farah. Oh, you would have loved so Julia. Huh? Do you know Julia?
Huh?
Do you know Julia?
Julia? No. I don't think so. Should I?
We're talking Oscars. We're talking Lala. We're talking dogs. We're talking hurricanes. We're talking slurricanes. We're talking.
Wow, all kinds of things. I have perhaps a new topic to add to that list.
Okay.
That's all right. Well, first I want to ask you a question, which is on the topic of bringing something to the table. I wonder if you know the term BN triple T.
DMT?
BN triple T.
Oh, Barnes and...
Which is... what? Barnes and Noble. To the table, yes. It's for somebody who brings nothing to the table.
We get a lot of BNs.
BN triple T.
We get a lot of BN triple Ts on the show here.
Yeah.
Now, I don't even know.
I believe it.
I don't even know if bringing that abbrev to the table really counts as bringing.
No, don't worry. That wasn't it. That was just like a little prelude.
All right, what's up?
What I want to talk to you about a million things, but I think that what we should probably talk about is
our periods.
Went to college.
What?
Which is Barnard.
Oh yes.
We went to the same college.
Love Barnard. Wonderful school. Wonderful.
Do you?
Kind
what
of.
What did you love?
Well, I did love that it was a small school in a big city, and I loved that it was a women's college, and I had the option of, taking classes. I thought it was cool, but that I also loved that it was right across the street from Columbia, so I could take co-ed classes if I wanted to, and I could have access to their curriculum. The end.
Excellent. And am I right that you were an English major?
I was an English major with a writing concentration.
Me too.
Oh, fucking right.
I know.
Did you have...
It's like so thrilling to me.
Did you have Ellen McLaughlin as a playwriting teacher?
No, I just took poetry writing classes.
Oh, my poetry... I took poetry over at Columbia, and the guy didn't give me the grade I was looking for.
Oh, well, that's a bummer.
I was looking for a C. He gave me an A. Just kidding. No, I think he gave me a B+ or something, or an A-. I don't know. This is sounding worse and worse. But listen,
what you want.
I just was like, poetry. I mean, I felt like poetry was going to be my shoo-in easy class, and this motherfucker was like, oh, I think he did pass away, actually, this teacher. So it all...
Well, it's okay. It doesn't, I'm sorry, but could have still been a motherfucker.
You want to hear my dog's collar?
What?
That was my dog's collar. Yay, I love you, you scamperton. You are a little scamperton. Yes. You are so sweet. You really are. Anyway, he has wonderful...
Your dog is quite adorable.
Doesn't he just have wonderful eyes? He's just an American treasure. He's doing a little tour called American Treasure Part 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is he going to go on tour with you?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess he couldn't probably go on stage with you some places.
Why? What would happen?
I don't know. Places have rules about dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Anyway, listen, what a wonderful call this has been. I personally am getting a little peckish. It's time for me to get some food cranking through my...
Excellent. Go enjoy some dinner. Have a great night.
Thank you. Likewise.
A joy to talk with you.
Thank you, young lady. Goodbye. May the force be.
Good night. Bye-bye.
May the force be with... Can't do it, Captain. Is that good? I have a Tumblr for the show. It's called Chelsea Peretti on Tumblr, but all I do now is just retumble Brooklyn Nine-Nine animated GIFs. Just kidding. I can't say GIFs. I only say GIFs. Anyway, my dog's now having a psychotic breakdown. He's just walked to the center of the room, but close to a wall. No, don't do that. He's scooting his bare butthole across the floor. I don't know why. I don't know why he's scooting his butt. Waited for him not to scoot. He did it anyway. He did it anyway. Why did he scoot? It's so disgusting, honestly. Well, living in a nightmare over here, but we've done a full thing, right? Great. I feel good. I feel good. Let's hear that one thing again. It's so beautiful. Guys, seriously, in all truth, people who are nice and who are supportive, it is appreciated. It is so nice in this awful world when people are kind and encouraging and inspiring. And I really, in total sincerity, even though I'm doing this weird voice, like I really seriously appreciate it. I really do. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. It's like we're in a blizzard of hate.
Thank you for your love. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your love.
Each time it's like what I imagine a hit of heroin to be.
Thank you for your love.
Music, the natural heroine. Don't do drugs.